Some lines to vote on Tuesday in Green Bay were 3.5 hours long. So how is the city's mayor responding? Here's NBC 26's Eric Crest.
Embracing your right to vote or staying home to avoid COVID-19. These were the choices for Wisconsinites who didn't file for an absentee ballot.
It was something that we feared, and unfortunately it came to fruition on Tuesday.
Eric Ginrich, Green Bay's mayor, says an estimated 2,600 Green Bay voters took the potential risk of showing up in person to the polls on Tuesday.
So I do, of course, want to thank everybody and apologize to everybody who had to participate in the election in that way.
In a typical election year, Green Bay has 31 voting stations. But in the days prior to the election, that number dropped down to just 2, as the city's 270 poll workers dwindled to about 15.
So we're going to learn from this experience. We're going to work with our state officials, hopefully on some policy changes to recognize the fact of how difficult it is to administer an election in a pandemic.
What some communities in Brown County did to help keep polling sites open and prevent lines from forming was bring in some additional help from the National Guard.
We didn't hear until very late exactly what their capabilities were, what they could do.
Brown County's clerk says nearly 50 Guard members were on call Tuesday to assist Green Bay, but the call for help never came.
I just think it's important for them to do a self-evaluation.
And while nothing can be done to fix what went wrong in the past, moving forward, Green Bay's mayor says they would consider using the National Guard in the future.
Now, looking forward, if we're still in the midst of a COVID-19 outbreak or pandemic in August or November, I think we'd have a much better shot of trying to figure out how we might be able to use the National Guard for this purpose.
In Green Bay, Eric Crest, NBC 26.
And the mayor says the city clerk was under pressure leading up to the election because of the amount of absentee ballots coming in. He says that affected the decision on whether or not to use the National Guard.